Hi guys, welcome in. Today I'm going to be showing you how I created this flyer bundle, and we're going to recreate the flyers so you guys can kind of see my design process and how I design a lot of people. Hi doll, I'm on YouTube and TikTok right now, just getting in, so waiting for people to join. A lot of you have been asking me in my group on the Blue app to kind of show you how I design and just go live when I design, so you can ask questions if you want to. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to recreate this flyer bundle, show you how I do things. I think that's kind of the easiest way to show you guys, is just by letting you watch me, and if you have questions you can ask, of course. For me, I use a combination of Canva and AI. I love to create elements in AI. Sometimes I create custom font in AI. I usually, not always, but I would say at least 95% of the time, no, I'm not having anybody join me. At least 95% of the time I am using elements combined with Canva. I like to have the two together. I typically won't be making, like, usually you're not going to see me make a hair flyer in ChatGPT and then whatever the output is from there, I'm just going to post it like that. I almost always am going to throw it into Canva, manipulate it around, play with the elements, get in there, play with colors, fonts, all of that. That's just me. So I'm going to show you how I do that today. I made some custom elements, and I'm going to show you how I design the flyer. So we're going to start by just creating an 8 by 8 inch square background. Okay, so let's do custom size, and it's going to be 8 by 8. Okay, and then I'm going to make, hi Diva Delight, I'm on 2 platforms, so if I don't see your question right away, I apologize. We're going to make the background black, and then I'm going to just go into elements and type in clear plastic. We're going for like a bold neon, kind of an edgy look with a little bit of a 90s vibe in there, or early 2000s. Nope, that's not the right one. So here's our clear plastic. Okay. And then I'm going to add text. I'm going to click to add a text box, and I'm just going to type out the words flash sale. I'm going to change that font to a font called Flexible. Okay. And it's going to be like a neon greenish, yellowish, and black. Okay. Then I'm going to grab a couple of TV elements. I made a bunch of TV clip art elements in ChatGPT. You can see here. So I'm just going to grab this one, and I'm going to remove that background, and then I'm going to change the color so that it matches the font. But what I like to do, because if you can see, and I'm very particular about this, so a lot of people, when I post my work in the group or on my page, in my stories, a lot of people always want to know about how do you get your stuff so vibrant. because I'm not going to just leave it like this. This would bother me. It's too like washed out looking for me. So what I would do is go into edit, and I'm going to play around with the saturation, the contrast. Sometimes I might even add a little filter on there to get the look that I want. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to up the, and I'll let you guys see the TV while I'm doing it so you can see kind of what I mean. I'm going to up the saturation, which is already making a little bit of a difference. I'm going to up the vibrance, and then I'm going to go to the contrast and bring that down. So you see it's already starting to be way less washed out looking and faded looking. I want it to pop more, basically. So I would leave it like that. Okay, and I want them to be kind of stacked. I'm going to crop that little bottom notch out. Okay. Hi, Linda. Welcome in, everybody. I'm on YouTube and TikTok. And then I'm going to just grab my model. I created her also in Chatty. Remove the background. Put her there. And I need to play around with some of the contrast and the color here on her. Hi, Bree. Okay, then I'm going into elements. I'm just typing in neon tape. Okay, I'm going to use this one right here. Going to duplicate that, and we're just going to angle it a little bit like that. We're going to add text here. Okay, and then on the bottom, because this is a hair bundle, like a hair bundle. Hold on, let me find it for you. So this is what we're, hey Karen, Griselle, Lori, everybody that's joining on TikTok and YouTube, welcome in, you guys. I'm just recreating this for you, and answering any questions you might have. This is for a hair company, obviously, or salon, but you could create it for any type of company that you have. Doesn't have to be hair. Okay, so I'm going to grab a couple of hair bundles that I had created. Okay, I made this in ChatGPT. I'm going to remove the background. And we're just going to display those. Right there. And then I'm going to add a text box. And we're going to just put a couple of details about, you know, whatever your flyer is about, a sale, an event, whatever it is you're doing it for. Hi, Crafty. flyer number 1. A lot of you are new, especially on my TikTok. I have a group on the Blue app. If you're in there, then you've been following me for a while, and so you guys know that my style, or if you've even seen my TikTok, is very vibrant, bold, edgy, kind of glam. That's just the aesthetic that I usually go with, and I have always liked that kind of design style. So most of my designs are going to have that type of look. And when I make flyers, I typically don't add a whole bunch of text. Like you can see, there's a big eye-catching header here, and then, you know, a couple of little details about whatever it is you have going on, in this case, a sale. You could also add, you know, down at the bottom, maybe your website. But other than that, I wouldn't add too much more to that, because then it starts taking away from your design. Have you ever seen those flyers and they're super wordy and crowded and it just doesn't look right? So what you usually want is something that is going to cause people to stop scrolling, give a couple of little details in there about whatever it is you have going on, a sale, an event, just enough to get them to want to click, and then you're going to send them elsewhere to, you know, a website, something like that. And that's where they're going to get all those other fine print details, the date, the time, the rules, the policies, whatever. Okay, so these type of social media flyers should just be eye catchers, you know, a little bit of detail and just enough to catch their attention and want them to go and seek more. Okay, so that's our first one. We're gonna do another one. I'm gonna add a page. Hey, Erica, Freddie, Sandy, Kia. Hi, everybody from TikTok and YouTube tuning in. Let's do clear plastic again. Nope, I always pick this one and this one. It's always the wrong one. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay, and then new hair calling is going to be the top text and in our colors that we want. So it's going to be fuchsia here. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to grab a phone element that I created in ChatGPT. Hi, Jennifer, KB Boutique, Drea, everybody joining in on TikTok and YouTube. Hi, guys. Hi, besties. Okay, here's a phone that I created in Chatty. Remove the background. I'm going to change the color so it is the lime green yellowish, and I'm just going to have her hang from like right there. Make her a little bigger. Okay. For those of you just joining, where I'm recreating this, that I created this flyer bundle earlier today. I'm just showing you guys how I made it. And yeah, that's what we're doing right now. Okay, so I'm going to grab a Polaroid frame. Let's see. Okay. Thank you, Crafty. Tequila, welcome in, you guys. Louise. Those of you joining on TikTok and YouTube. Okay, and I'm just going to angle these like that. And then I'm going to grab that neon piece of tape that we use. Okay. Grab our model. It's going to be her, And so this tape isn't, I'm kind of picky about colors and how they need to pop and be vibrant. That's just my design style. Everybody's different. This wouldn't cut it for me. It's not vibrant enough. It doesn't pop enough. So I would go into edit and I'm going to apply the Capri filter, and then I'm going to go into adjust the saturation way up. See how it's already getting more vibrant? Like it's like more washed out here, way more vibrant here. So I'm playing around with the contrast, saturation, and all of that. Make it pop more. Hi Nikki, hi Vivid, Star, hi guys. I'm gonna change that. League Spartan. Make it black. Oops. Okay. And then we're going to go into elements and just get a couple of little, I'm going to type in 90s. Actually, let me go to the ones that I just used. Let's do this one. I changed the colors on that. The turquoise doesn't even look bad, but I would just put it into matchy. Okay. And then it's 8x8 crafty, but you can do any square image. You can do 1080 by 1080, 8x8, 4x4, whatever you want. I just do square. Usually for, like if I'm selling a bundle on Etsy, I usually will do square. This one is 8" by 8". And then a couple of little sparkles, like this, like halftone sparkles. Nothing major, just a couple little filler elements that go with the whole vibe of the bundle. And then at the bottom, do some sort of little call to action, your site doc, your website, or a phone number, whatever it is you want to put down there. Okay. So we have this one. This one. Let me put these back. Hold on. This one we have, and we have this one. And then we're going to make one more. We're creating, where did it go? This one. So our last one here, I made these earlier today. I'm just recreating for you guys so you can kind of just watch, do like a little quick watch and learn. So the last one is for hair tools. I'm going to add a page. to our bundle. And hi, Nikki. Hi, YouTubers. Hi, TikTokers. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is grab the chair that I had there, which is an element I created in ChatGPT long time ago. You can see here I created a bunch of elements for, these are salon chairs. I actually did this in February for Valentine's Day. You can see up here I made like a bundle with the heart back chairs. I'm going to remove the background on this one. And I'm going to sit her right down here for now. And then let me just grab this because it's easier. But it's going to say flash sale. I'm going to do the half and half to give it a little more contrast. Oops, we got to add the plastic. And we're going to put that in the back. And then I'm going to grab my tools. I'm just going to copy and paste so I don't have to go through the cropping all over again. I made these also in AI. Very easy to do. Whatever, like if you're making a flyer bundle or a poster or whatever and you need elements, just create your elements to match your color theme. Okay, and then we're going to get that neon tape that we used. And we're just going to put 25% off. I didn't even know we could add elements in Canva. Yeah, I still use Canva elements, like, the plastic background and stuff like that, but I love to make custom elements. You can make them in Canva too. Canva has their own AI engine in Magic Media. It's part of their Magic Media, but I like to create custom elements in ChatGPT or sometimes Gemini, and then I upload it into Canva. And you can put them, like in your own little folder and kind of keep a collection. Okay. I'll make this a little bigger. Okay. And then this is a mock-up that I created earlier for that bundle. So I just put all 3 flyers here like this. I put the little hair tools on the side to kind of fill in some of that open space. And then I put a little black gradient on the bottom. So you can see in the background, it kind of goes from white all the way down to black. I just put a black gradient down at the bottom, and that's it. And then, like, if you're selling these on Etsy, for example, you could post this as your thumbnail, and then maybe down at the bottom, you could put a strip, like a thin strip that says, Canva editable templates, perfect for social media, whatever you want on there. And that'll be your thumbnail. Super easy to do. And all of my, so if you guys, I don't know who's on here on YouTube and TikTok, that the ones that have my bundle already, this will be in there. You guys get all my stuff that I design on live for free. So this, I'm going to add that to your bundle. Tonight it'll be in there. This bundle, if you guys don't have it, it's on my website. It has all my stuff, all my templates, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. And then when I make more like on live, you guys get them for free. So I'm going to add this bundle to your folder, in your freebie folder tonight. It'll be in there. Okay, guys. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to be on again tomorrow. We're going to make something else. I'm not sure what yet. Maybe more flyers, maybe even a Canva website. I'm not sure yet. So I will be in my group on the Blue app tomorrow. Thank you, Crafty. And hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow, probably around the same time on TikTok and on YouTube. And then I will see all of you tomorrow and we'll create something else beautiful. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Thank you for joining and tuning in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.